Will I ever get sick of this cemetery? Probably not. Yeah, this is something I meant to look at the last time. Oh, that is worn. Yep. Yep. For the third time, I'm back at Wolvercote Cemetery. And this time, I will find the graves that I've been looking for. So, come along with me. Jewish section here on the right. At least that's always easy to find. But no, I'm being confident. I am going to find those graves this time. Because one, I've got photographs to line up with their graves, and I've got a much better way of, or I should say better description than I did the last time. And I have got better at reading cemetery maps and how they're laid out. So yes, this is Wolvercote Cemetery in Oxford, although I think most people would probably know that by now if they've watched my previous videos from here anyway. Yeah, could I have picked a better day weather-wise, although it is supposed to get up to nearly 30 degrees today, so I don't know how bad I'll be by the end of the day, that's for sure. So yeah, you come up this and that. Do you know, already I'm slightly starting to kick myself because I think, yeah, but I suppose sometimes you just have to learn, don't you? So yeah, there's toilets. I don't know if they're open, that's the only thing. So, right. And you know what, already I am slightly kicking myself because I think I have definitely got the right section this time around. Oh, better be discreet, there are other people in this cemetery. So I think I'll stop talking now. Found her. Yep. J.R. Tolkien and his wife and his son are not the only famous graves in this cemetery. One of my most favourite authors that I only found, like, I'm trying to think, back in about 2015 maybe, was Elizabeth Edmondson. She wrote several books, but I will show you the book covers at the end of this video, and that of some of the books that I absolutely have loved by her. And what do you know, I found her. To our parents with love, Paul Christopher Aston, 1942 to 2011, linguist. Elizabeth Ann Edmondson, 1948 to 2016, author. On Another Shore, in a Greater Light. Yeah, like I said, she's written many books, or did write many books, and I have read several of them, although unfortunately not all of her books were available in audio format, so I haven't read every single one of hers to date, and I've loved all of them, but one in particular was called The Frozen Lake. Oh, it's her old. I don't think she's been visited in it in a while, presumably. So, of course, I never like to come in Yeah, that looks pretty. Hopefully that'll stay nice in place. So, yeah. Oh God, I can't believe how easy that was. I literally walked right past this grave trying to find it, but that's the joy of reading cemetery maps. Hello. Sorry about the lighting on this, guys. It's the joys of the sun glare. There we go. I'll just have her here. She's right in front of me here, in case you're wondering. And that, well, I say she, they, because she's buried with her husband, of course. And that, and but yeah, I mean, as you can see, 1948, and then she died in 2016. I think I found her pretty quickly, so I'll give you a bit of background. So yeah, like I said, I read some of her, like I said, I'll show you all the photographs of all the covers, but yeah, the key ones that I've read that I found of hers were the cozy mysteries that she did, but my absolute favourite of hers is actually the Frozen Lake. You know, you know what I mean by just a sort of a classic wholesome book set at Christmas in England. And all I'm going to say is, if you just want a damn great book, great characters, Christmas book, ice skating, the lot, then read The Frozen Lake by Elizabeth Edmondson. The other thing, if you do want to check her books out, is, I forget if Edmondson is her maiden name. I think it actually is, but she wrote under Edmondson, but she also wrote under Aston. So check both of those names out. And in fact, I think she wrote under a third name. Oh God, hay fever's starting on me. So, oh. But the reason why I gave you the background about those cozy mysteries is because I'd read the first two of that, like that trilogy that she'd written and all of that lot. But and there is a novella in between book one and book two, but that's not in audio, I will warn you. That's just on Kindle and paperback and that and everything. And that, and then tragically, I heard that she had died really rapidly. I believe it was a rapid form of cancer. It was, unfortunately, that took her in the end. So unfortunately, she never got to finish book three. But luckily, her son is also, I'm not sure if he's just a writer, if he's an editor. But anyway, he knew the plot line for that book. And he ended up managing to finish that series for her, which I must admit I did greatly appreciate. So yeah. Right, guys. Goodbye, Elizabeth. I'll visit you again.
touchdown on the astral plane with a star-struck boy and promised like a ball and chain. Tired and weary and a little forlorn, I was hoping to find myself reborn, reborn. And something was lost and gained, but nothing so easily explained. You dream of colors and I dream of gold. You dream of summers, but my dreams will leave me cold. Thought I knew just what I wanted, and now it seems the dreams become a little bit haunted. Something was lost and gained, but nothing so easy be explained.
Yeah, I will warn you in advance that unfortunately the grave is a little bit sad looking. Yes, he has got a headstone, but the problem is the fact that he, because he died in 1930 and the headstone was really, really big, it has actually since toppled and it's laying flat. And unfortunately, I assume it was just because of safety, they never managed to, they laid his headstone down backwards, so unfortunately you can't even read the headstone now. Right, here we go. Here's the crossroads. Right. And what you know, once again, I seriously did go right past it. Yep. Oh, it's such a shame that it's just not the other way up. But at least you could read it. So I'm almost tempted to just get down on my bended knees to see if I can see anything, but I don't know how well that will go down. Ah, that's a good angle. Hopefully this won't come this way. Do you know what? I think I will have a peek. Oh, what you know? I can actually read Joseph on it. So, yeah, Professor Joseph Wright was his full name. Oh. Just realised that could be another grave there, so get out of the way of that. So, yeah, I assume everyone usually likes to leave something, but particularly in this case, I can't believe that I literally walked right past this grave. But to be fair, it's, once again, like I said, it's not easy to read those maps unless you've got clear instructions. So I just think it's so sad that this has happened to this grave. But as you can see, it's a weighty headstone. So yeah. Right, Professor, thank you for influencing one of the most influential authors of the 20th century. Now, I'm not going to linger because I've been there twice already, but I'm going to just pop over and see Tolkien quickly. Yeah, as you can imagine, he's the one grave that you can never have any trouble finding in this cemetery. Oh, and luck we have it. Yeah, luckily there's not lots of people there, thankfully. I think there was earlier. Yeah, see what I mean? Oh. In loving memory of John Francis Reuel Tolkien, 1917 to 2003, eldest son of John Ronald Reuel Tolkien and Edith Tolkien née Brett, brother of Michael, Christopher and Priscilla. Don't like leaving lavish things anymore because they do tidy these things up. So just a simple rose this time, just like I left for Father John. There you go, Martin. Easy what you do when you've got the right information. So, yeah. Bye bye, guys. Right. Not gonna linger. Like I said, I've got a lot to do today, so. Oh, I can't believe I found them at last. Thank you for watching, guys. Well, how about that, guys? I mean, yes, you know, there's loads of these all over Oxford. Just think, that's there. And what is across the road? Yep, Eagle and Child pub where C.S. Lewis used to meet Tolkien and the other Inklers. My God, he definitely got his inspiration from this city, that's for sure. Yep, just as I found out, yep, we've lost the Lamb and Flagon. Not the Lamb and Flagon, flag. Yeah, this was the pub inside that the bar gave Tolkien the inspiration for the Prancing Pony in Bree. So, yep. Oh, that is such a shame. I would have so loved to have seen the inside of that building, but oh well. And unfortunately, that's not the only pub that with historical means that went down in the pandemic. Yes, we lost the Eagle and Child too. So I just hope they can do something as historical value for it. Sorry about the traffic noise, guys. I'll talk as loud as I can on this microphone. Hopefully it's not too loud, I hope. But I don't think that's possible with all this traffic. So, yeah. Yeah. Sorry I can't do any more on that, guys, but that's the best I can do. Oh my God, guys. Yes, I'm outside the Randolph Hotel where the Shadowlands movie had a shot in it. In fact, the director, Richard Attenborough, and Sir Anthony Hopkins, yes he was at the time then, they both stayed at this hotel. But unfortunately, I can't take you in because they've been doing a major refurbishment and it hasn't been finished, unfortunately, yet. But what I want to draw attention to is down the side here. So, let's go. Also, one other thing I think a few people would know. But like I said, I'll be able to show you the next time I come in because it will be open. But there's also Morse's bar in there because there was actually scenes filmed in there. And they have actually got a plaque in there about Morse, but well, I can show you the outside at least. I suppose it's better than nothing until I come back because it reopens in a month's time, so I'll come back next year when all this COVID business is thoroughly over and show you inside then, but more importantly, round the corner. Yes, as you can see on these photographs, I've managed to pull these photographs from Google Images and all of that lot. So at least you'll have an idea of what Morse's bar looks like, and all of that lot. And you'll be able to see the plaque that Colin Dexter, the author, unveiled a number of years ago. Of course, there's photographs of Morse, and there's even, as you will see or have seen, Colin Dexter even had one of his birthday parties at the Randolph Hotel. So there's a big association with Morse and this hotel, but more importantly, this bar. And lastly, I thought it was literally just getting a major refit and a major remodel, which was why it was closed. Actually, no, there was a fire in the Randolph Hotel a few years ago, and that's where that image of the fireman outside of the hotel comes from. So at least it'll be back open on August 15th, 2021. Guys, let's hope I can do this without too many people staring at me. That's the only problem in doing things in selfie mode. Give me a sec. So yeah, this is the side of the Randolph. So this must be one of their side entrances. Geez, I didn't know it was a 5-star hotel. Oh my god. And all of that. Ooh. Oh, there you go. There's a glimpse. So yeah, as I said, it will be open again next month. Trying to dodge out people when you're still doing social distancing, not easy. Now, right, I'm going to park myself here. Now, luckily, I've got the reflection in this window, so do you know what? I don't even think I need to flip round. Now, I am going to guess, and like I said, it's an educated guess because I'm not inside, but in the scene when C.S. Lewis, or Jack, and his brother meet Mrs. Gresham in the movie, they were inside this room waiting for her to have afternoon tea with her, and you can see the Ashmolean Museum through the window. So we definitely know it was from that. Like I said, I would guess, because you could see the pillars through it, I would guess it's either this window or actually it might have been this. If I can try and get some clips, because unfortunately you can't always put clips in with videos because of copyright purposes, but I'll try and, I think actually it might have been this window. I think it was actually. So yeah.
You won't be too agreeable, will you, Jack?
Don't worry, Warnie.
She'll turn out to be writing a dissertation on wardrobes. She'll ask whether you can come and watch you while you create. She'll say, I'll sit in a corner, you'll never know I'm there.
It's only tea, Warnie. An hour or so of polite conversation, then we go home and everything goes on just the way it always has. Should we have?
At least it's nice to see the Ashmolean Museum in. No, I'm not going in. I think I have to pay to go in, and I've got other things I need to do today. So yeah. So that's the best I can do. As I also said, of course, when I can come back to Oxford next year, probably now, because I don't tend to come when it starts getting darker and colder. I tend to come in either spring or summer usually, and I'll definitely take you in there and we'll go and find them together properly. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Yep, taking a well-earned rest. Well, I've had a rest. You just haven't seen it. I've been mostly, yeah, drinking and eating in Costa a couple of times already, and all of that lot. But oh god, this heat is actually really starting to get to me. But while I wait here, yes, this is another grave I wanted to draw your attention to. Yes, HVD Dyson. Yes, no, I don't believe he's related to the actual Dyson that makes all our amazing products now, but he was another member of the Inklers, along with Tolkien, Lewis, Charles Williams, who I'm just about to visit. He's buried in here too, and all of that lot. So, and I assume that's his wife that's buried with him, presumably. So yeah, so Kenneth Grahame is literally just let me think, just came up that pathway, so he's somewhere over here and that. So yeah, as you can see, the cemetery has been really taken over to nature and that. So Yeah. I must admit, I've always said that this cemetery is so eerie. And it's definitely more Secret Garden than Narnia. That's for sure. Hey guys, doing this slightly different from the last time I did it, because I came in through there, and to tell you the truth, because I was looking for another grave that I wasn't sure where it was, sadly I didn't find it. I went to try and find that grave first, which was over there of Charles Williams. Unfortunately, even with the directions, it's just so overgrown and the directions are a bit iffy. I can't find it. So yeah, seems other people like wandering around the cemetery, even particularly in this weather. Yeah, it's like nearly 30 degrees here. So I've come back. Yeah, first things first, look what I found here. My old flowers from last time are still here, which is good. And I've also added a little rose here. Then secondly, check out how good this headstone is looking. But yeah, look how much better this headstone is. So clearly either the council or a fan, I don't know if there's an association that looks after this grave or not, but it's definitely a lot more clearer. I mean, so much so you can completely read the entire headstone. So yeah. To the beautiful memory of Kenneth Grahame, husband of Elspeth and father of Alistair, who passed the river on the 6th of July 1932, leaving childhood and literature through him the more BLEST for all time, and of his son Alistair Grahame, commoner of Christchurch, 1930. Yes, because he is also, this is the reason why, because Kenneth Grahame actually died down in the southeast coast. I think it was Bournemouth, if I remember correctly. But his wife Elspeth brought him back to Oxford so that he could be buried with Alice. Oh, help! Yeah, there you go, guys. There's a decent look of his whole tombstone, because I didn't get a really decent photograph of it last time. Oh, this grass is so uneven. But what else has been done? Look. Now, admittedly, not all of it's been done. I'm guessing because it's maybe not all of it was illegible enough to do. But look, someone has clearly brought a marker pen down of some sort and filled this in. So yeah, well, if you don't mind, guys, because of how hot it is, I'll just I've just taken a photograph of that, so I'll insert that after this so that you can have a good long read. Alright guys, on to my next spot. Okay guys, why have I just walked from Holywell Cemetery down that road and now I'm in front of this old house? Well, can you believe it? This house has been owned by Merton College since I have absolutely no idea how long, but in the 1950s, J.R. Tolkien, while he was a professor at Merton College, which is literally just that way, I believe, if I recall, he actually lived here because he was a professor here. So remember, if you've seen my North Moor video, I visited his house there. Yes, he lived there through the 30s into the 40s. But for a few years, in the mid-1950s, I think just before the Lord of the Rings really took off and all that lot, he lived at this house. So, what do you think of that? Eh? Yeah. Right guys, well this is going to be a bit of an interesting one for me because this I am lining up is actually a filming location. Yes, Steven Spielberg's young Sherlock Holmes movie. 7 minutes into the film, I'll show you the clip as I line this up. But this outside entrance was the exterior of the college that Watson meets Holmes in, as you can see here. I'm trying to remember, the name of the college is that. I hope you can read that, okay, because right now I am flaking so much I need water and I can't read very well. I know, so yeah. So this outside exterior was used in Steven Spielberg's movie. You can see the church perfectly in a line, but of course he's making out that this was in London at the height of the Victorian era. But of course, as you can see if I point to the left there, it's not. It's Oxford because it's right next to the Radcliffe camera. So yeah, so Watson's carriage pulled up out here. he got out, and then here's these people up there, and then it can all the way up. And that was it. That was the shot that he did. Sorry guys, yes, once they went inside, that was actually inside Eton College. Can you believe? Yeah, moved from Oxfordshire to Berkshire in one instant. Joys of filmmaking, eh? So, bet you didn't know that about Oxford, that's for sure. So, thank you very much, guys. Yeah, and for anyone, including my hubby, makes any crew jokes, no, I am not about to hand myself in. I am here for another reason, because if anyone, including me and my husband, who are Morse fans, might not realise that this was the outside building that was actually used when they filmed the Morse series from 1985 to 2000. And something I only found out recently, look what Colin Dexter opened himself a number of years ago. Yeah, might not be able to get inside the Randolph Hotel to go and see the plaque that's there for the Morse bar, but have been able to get to this one. So yes, yeah, I'll insert a photo here, guys, because unfortunately it is so hot and I am so tired. I can't stand here long enough to actually read this, so yeah. Yeah, I know this is a bit of a brief video, guys, but yeah, like I said, this was one of the things I was looking up about Morse locations, and I discovered that yes, Colin Dexter, the author, did that. So I must admit, that was definitely on my bucket list, and I'm glad I've seen it. Alright guys, signing off. Hey everyone, yeah, gonna be my last stop for the day because to tell you the truth, this heat is really starting to get mad. But this was my last stop anyway. And yeah, I'm on a very quiet residential road in North Headington, and literally just there I can show you the photographs. Literally, what we'd be looking at, like what, 20 feet, and then just up the road I literally have just seen the entrance to the John Radcliffe Hospital, which is an extremely large, extremely famous hospital in Oxford. And funny, I am sitting on the opposite side because of course I don't want to be too obvious in this. Excuse the cars going past. I say it's a quiet neighbourhood, you know, there's a few cars and that. So what am I looking at here? Right, as you can see, literally I just got off the bus at the end of that road where that car's just come up, and I'll try and be brief just in case the owners see me through the windows. So I'm trying to keep it at that angle because I don't want the license plate obviously on here. That is 32 Sandfields Road. Now why am I filming that house? Well, it's semi-detached, it's really tiny, but can you believe this? But would you believe it if I was to tell you that that is the house where this was the home of Henry Victor Dyson, or Hugo Dyson as he was more generally known. He was a fellow writer, he was an inkler, and he came to Oxford after being at the University of Reading for a number of years in 1945, and he lived in this house from 45 until his death in 1975. If you saw my video earlier, you've seen that he's buried with his wife in Holywell Cemetery. And not only that, he was actually the person that helped C.S. Lewis convert to Christianity. So he's definitely an important member of the Inklers. Okay guys, made it up the hill and now slightly down the hill and that. And yes, this is 76 Sandfields Road. And as you can see, I will also insert a photo. J.R. Tolkien lived here from 1953 to 1968. Yep. That's right. He was here just before he published The Lord of the Rings. And yes, he moved out in 1968 and moved down to, if I remember correctly, I think it was Bournemouth or Cornwall, either way. And the reason for it is because, of course, by then, The Lord of the Rings had become such a success by then, that he was getting fans actually like knocking on his doorstep and actually so yeah, in some respects some people would say, is that what you're doing here? Yeah, but I wouldn't actually intrude on him and all that while he was still alive and living there. But yeah, that's the reason why he left this house with Edith, and they moved down to Bournemouth until she died in 1971, and then he moved back into rooms over one of his colleges until he died in 1973. Yeah, just had a bit of a weird look from one of the neighbours, so I hope they can't see me through the windows here. So I'm gonna scoot off now, guys, because I don't want to get shouted at by whoever lives there now. So yeah, that is one of Tolkien's other homes. Yes, can you believe it? I've now done, I've done Northmoor House. Apparently, I've also found out from that house that he actually did live next door when it was either he lived at 22 first and then moved into 20 because it was larger, or it was vice versa. Then, of course, I went to the house in Holywell Street, and now here. Unfortunately, even though I'd love to go to Bournemouth to do that, one, that's quite far away from me, but more importantly, there'd be no point in me to try and do that, because apparently his house that he lived in down in Bournemouth has since been demolished. So as far as I know, I think I have covered every one of Tolkien's homes that still exist. So yep, so I'm going to head back down this road, guys. Take care, and signing off.